Members of Equal Education are here today, I believe, protesting behind us, and a memorandum that's supposedly being handed over. Do you know what it's about and what is the issue here?
They have issued a press release saying that they're wanting to hand us the final copy of their social audit that they've done into schools in the Western Cape. Apparently that relates to sanitation as well as safety in schools.
These, of course, are issues you are well aware of. So what is sort of, I guess, delaying the solution?
Well, as you know, safety in schools is not a issue that only can be resolved by Education Department. In fact, we're one of the least that can actually resolve it, which is why at least I'm pleased that this time around they've also asked for the Minister of Social Development in the province as well as community safety and the police. So at least there is finally an acknowledgement that it is not only an education issue. I mean, yes, we are very well aware of the issues. I'm acutely aware of the issues and try every day to try and resolve, as many as possible. I did in fact have a meeting with the Provincial Police Commissioner on Friday afternoon with Minister Dan Plato regarding school safety in particular. And I mean, yes, the reason why it's not solved is because it's not an easy problem to solve. If I could solve it with a magic wand, I would have done so long ago, I can assure you.
So obviously sanitation is pretty self-explanatory, but from a safety point of view, what kind of safety issues are there?
There are many safety issues in many of our schools, a lot of them relating to gangs and gang culture in communities, which is not an education issue as such. Obviously there's a role for social development to play, there's a role for families and parents to play in bringing up their children to ensure that they go to school on time, that they are disciplined and so on. So it's not really one cause. The gang culture has been in the Western Cape for decades, if not centuries. And it's not an easy matter to solve. So a lot of the problems are in communities and then they spill over into our schools, which is very difficult and a huge source of concern for me, obviously, because it puts our learners and our teachers at risk very often. So that's why the police have been extremely under-resourced in the Western Cape, which is why I've been wanting to meet with General Jula, which I now have. And he assures me that he has been addressing the issue of under-resourcing and that a large number of extra police officers are now coming to the Western Cape. So I'm very pleased about that. But yeah, a lot of it is social issues that come into the schools. I don't think there has been enough policing of things like drugs and weapons coming into classes. A lot of them are drug related, but a lot of it is caused by gang issues.
And how do you sort of fix the sanitation issues? I mean, what are the big challenges there?
Well, sanitation, can be more easily fixed, obviously, than safety issues. If we know about the problems, obviously we need to deal with those issues. Sanitation is a priority for us, and we have done everything possible to make sure that our sanitation is done properly. If any issues are drawn to our attention, then we will do everything we possibly can to resolve them as soon as possible. There has been one from the Equal Education Law Centre recently, which I agree is problematic, and we are busy resolving it.